Sunshine and Calamity Gaming.
Hey, that's Sunshine. This is Calamity, and Charlie is with us. We're gonna continue on our game
Of Dark Souls.
of Dark Souls 3.
Because that's what I wanted to do.
That's what you gotta do.
And no one else had an opinion.
Nope.
The best not be hearing no bitching.
For
Unless you
once.
want to.
For once, the Somerville kids didn't have any opinion.
You guys generally don't have opinions. I mean, you talk a lot, but in the end, you just don't say anything.
You alive?
I think he's dead. It's fine.
He's possessed by the devil. It's fine. It happens.
You're
He
like,
starts speaking in tongues. So, have you met Warple Jr. Jr.?
oh no, I haven't.
Warple Jr. Jr. What type of shitty fan are you?
Watch your shit.
Well,
You know what's
I
funny?
watch good YouTube.
That's not very nice. You're on this shit!
you're an asshole.
I know I am. I'm sorry. No, I honestly, I have so much shit going on. My PS4 broke, so I haven't really been watching a lot of YouTube.
You got a phone? All I'm hearing is excuses. I'm kidding. Fine. Or you just do what you want.
Well, I have
What's your
I have stuff going on. I have
My
work,
mic
I have
keeps falling.
school, I have the gym.
The gym.
Just spend at least 2
I'm like,
hours
that's
in.
optional. I'm kidding. It's not optional, Mr. Bodybuilder.
Natural joke.
We're gonna go up the
But-
ladder.
Where does this sword go?
But,
Sword is bigger than he is. What the fuck? Does the hand just like come out of his mouth?
yes.
And
He
he's just like,
looks around like,
Oh goodness, I am playing incorrectly. It's okay, because he was somewhere else, that's fine.
he was taking a second. He forgot where he was and what time of day it was.
He was doing what you were doing just then.
I was choosing to do that because I like when you do your intro, I get the strongest urge just to scream.
What? When? Oh, he does that. He's done that a
No,
couple
I've
times.
done it.
Just intro.
You'd
Just-
know that if you'd watched. There's been a couple of times.
You can't guilt trip me, Katie.
I know, you feel no way.
Except for cool breezes.
Mild annoyance.
Mild annoyance. No anger, just mild annoyance.
Yeah. Now, Sunshine has the anger market cornered
What?
when he plays this game.
What are you talking about? I don't think I've raged once about this game. Not on screen.
Not on screen.
The fucking crab, though.
Fucking crab.
I know crabs can be kind of a pain in the ass.
Yeah, they itch.
Talking about two different kinds of crabs. I'm talking about cooking. What are you talking about?
Oh!
Spider crabs itch, yeah.
Oh, have you heard the theory that Amelia Earhart was eaten by crabs?
No, I haven't.
oh my
I want
God.
this. I need this in my life. I need that horrifying imagery in my brain.
Right? Yeah, the scientists think that because on the islands or chain of islands that they think she wound up on, there's a species of crab that's just fucking huge
Mhm.
and has giant claws that can break through human bone. And they think that the crabs ate her, and that's why we've never found her body. I'm gonna argue that's fine, but why didn't we find anything about the plane?
I know
Crabs
why.
eat that too.
Why?
Because the crabs linked arms and fused. They did the fusion, and then we
You
did
guys
that
did that
together.
this-
That's great.
that was
I knew it was coming, so I prepared for it.
So yeah, they fused and became the super ultra crab
Or
that
would
is
it actually-
literally the size of 2 normal crabs.
Or what actually it was is the male patriarchy didn't want a woman to be the first person to circumnavigate the world via airplane, and they actually shot her down with early grade surface to air projectiles,
I like
and
that
then
theory.
hit her body, or we just buried it in some unmarked grave where
they
the
could've
fuck,
just
and
done
then
a
just burnt the
flak
blade, or sent another fighter pilot after her and just shot her down. And then they just had people
that
in the general area. Of course you would, because you don't want to fight against male patriarchy. It's complete bullshit, and it's
No, I'm not saying it's true. I'm just saying like it's as plausible as anything else. It's as
Yeah.
plausible as she was eaten by fucking crabs.
I think she crashed over the ocean and we'll never
Shit,
find
no,
it.
yeah,
Yeah,
we
we're
never
never
fucking
gonna
find
know.
it.
Because then that just means her body was eaten by fish.
Or sharks. Hope it was sharks.
Or
That'd be
both.
cooler.
Bottom feeders.
Oh, octopuses.
Ooh, I love octopuses.
I like that one of their tentacles, if they're a boy, that one of their tentacles is their penis.
Yeah.
Isn't that essentially how we are though?
No one
This is
feels
a penis.
Yeah, the difference is I
There's
don't
detach.
think there's there's one for one. There's I mean
Sometimes if you're not lucky, you'll
just
detach
cast
too.
Homer. It's fine. But no, I feel like with an octopus you can mistake the penis for an extra limb. You're not doing that with any human males.
Have you watched porn?
Not a legitimate human limb though.
Ooh, I found a sword.
Kidding.
I've never.
More like a kickstand than a third leg.
Front tail.
The front tail. Ew. Okay.
Do you think
that's
that's how Michael Jackson stayed up when he went on his tiptoes and just leaned all the way? So I need to think about something, but nothing gets me hard, so I don't know, because he was asexual. That was his defense when he went to trial. Michael Jackson was asexual.
Okay.
What?
So anyway, Amelia Earhart was eaten by crabs.
Okay.
No, it was flounder.
Flounder.
The mermaids.
The mermaids got
I
it.
always
Poseidon.
I've been saying it from the start. The mermaids are coming to get us. They just need to develop a way to breathe on land. Once they do that, they're
Or
gonna come to the
don't
surface.
they have
and they're gonna rule
lungs
us all.
and gills?
No, they don't. That's Disney.
I like
Thank
that you asked as if that was something we could scientifically confirm.
Well, I mean, I figured Nathan would bullshit it.
They don't, because that's propaganda spread by
Patriarchy?
no, Disney. He's been doing this shit
I
since
fight
the
against
start.
patriarchy.
He made
I also
Little
like
Mermaid. He
Put a
made
ring on
Little
the ladies. No one
He
else
made
will.
Little Mermaid to spread pro mermaid propaganda
No, I
and
hate
made them
those
seem
things.
like the superior race, but they're not. They're fish people.
Okay, so
So-
okay, but no, it's all coming together actually now that you say it because Walt Disney was anti-Semitic, and part of the Nazis and the occult belief was that the Aryans were former Atlanteans. Where is Ariel from?
Atlantis.
What motherfuckers? That's right.
Don't act like
That's
you
right.
connected to. I connected the
That was all
dots.
you. I just
You
helped-
should have needed
So
to
you
explain
knew,
it.
did you know that all of Poseidon's daughters in The Little Mermaid represent a different sea? Like their name is a different sea?
Yeah.
Do you want to know which one his wife represented?
The Dead Sea.
Sea.
I love it.
Cry for me, viewers.
I was watching I saw that, and someone was like, "What is Ariel? The Red Sea? Like, have you seen her fucking hair? Are you stupid? It's fine. It's fine. Shush."
So I had to write a paper for my sexology class, and one of the topics I used
That
for it,
sounds fun.
it was I did it over how the media can affect sexuality, gender stereotypes, gender roles, yada yada yada. The unimportant things.
Yada sounds
The
like
important
Yahtzee.
part of the story is one of the studies I did was princess play
Where
and like
am I?
how like little girls like
Ooh.
pretend to be like the Disney princesses and all that. And what I pointed out was like there are 11 official Disney princesses, each one with a general overarching story of you can be smart and pretty, you can be strong and pretty, women are equal to men, women are just as intelligent as men, so on and so forth. But in that I put, except for Snow White, Cinderella, and
like the classic.
and Aurora, who are all just plot fillers.
Yeah, they're objects
not-
in the story.
Yeah, there's objects, like they have no lines more or less,
Oh.
besides singing, which doesn't
I
doesn't
love
really count as a line.
singing. Ooh, look!
Well, they're all passive characters.
Yeah,
they're all
this
characters
is
that
not-
things
But what I
happen
pointed
to.
out, like in that little segment, and this is for a college class, but I put in there after I put the general information of like the princes and all that. It's like, but let's be real here, bitches. Kuzco is best Disney princess,
Yeah, Kuzco's the best Disney princess.
and I put that in this.
Mulan's not a princess.
Yeah, she's not. I put that in
That's
I put that in my paper, and my professor told me on Tuesday before we went on a break was Kuzco best Disney princess, and I was just like, you read that.
No, what? I don't know if I want to go down this rabbit hole with you,
Probably not.
but I'm
It's a
gonna.
dance.
Guys, I defeated the invader!
You got the invader?
I get it.
Anyway,
I'm
so-
so amazing!
Confirm the theory
You
that
we
Disney-
should put you
I
on
need
the
my
wall,
belly
son.
button tickled. Tickle it! That's right. Do it. Okay, get
I'm
out.
in the room.
Get out of there! Get out of there!
No means no, Katie.
Yeah, you're invading my personal space. I'm gonna go kill that guy. Sorry, go ahead and
Sounds
talk about
like most feminism.
what?
Don't hit me, Katie. I'm kidding. I do things for shock value.
joke.
Yeah,
I'll tell you when I tell him. There's a fine line between ironic sexism to point out inequalities in society and actual genuine sexism. And you're flirting with it.
What was your story?
I don't
That's always good when you don't remember the story
know.
that you're just
Well,
about to tell.
I don't know if it was. I was just gonna say, like, you were pointing out how the Disney princesses, the point of them is, like, you can be strong and pretty. You can be well read and pretty. You can be, like, and
I believe it
pretty.
said smart and pretty.
Smart
Don't
and
paraphrase me.
pretty, or what?
Don't misquote me. Media.
Yeah. Media.
Thank you, Nathan.
Fake news. It's fine.
The fakest of news. I've seen a lot of news. This is the fakest.
Anyway.
God, cops. I can't remember Christopher Walken. Get your shit together, bro.
Anyway.
You're a great man. I love you.
You know what, the only issue I have with that?
Fine.
There's still the emphasis that girls still have to be pretty to be worth anything.
I mean, that was mentioned in the study. Like the girls miss the other underlying messages of like you can be like how do you pretend to be Belle? It's like, oh, I just put a dress on. Like, well, what do you do for Mulan? I put another dress on. It's like
Put a different dress on.
Oh,
It's a costume you can put on instead of personality traits.
well, I mean, also,
Whereas
honestly,
any little boy can go out and be like, I'm gonna be a firefighter, and he doesn't have to have a firefighter's uniform.
honestly, another
You
thing that comes into
should.
this too is like,
Otherwise, he's a faker.
otherwise, like in that concept, you
Faker.
have a like when you're an animator, or like if you like they haven't really done any drawn movies in a while for Disney. Like they do like I believe
Yeah.
Brave and Frozen were the end of
Brave?
that.
Yeah.
Where it's just like they did
Tangled.
fully animated. I mean, it's
I like
kind of hard.
Tangled.
It's kind of hard to animate a ugly female character who's like like early teens,
Yeah.
like prepubescent years, and still like and know for a fact you're gonna keep your audience's attention. Who is the
I
little girl.
understand why protagonists tend to be attractive.
Yeah.
Like, I understand why that is. But,
Like
if
even
you're
the-
talking about messages that it
Yeah.
sends to kids, if your message is not, you as a little girl can be strong, you as a little girl can be pretty, your message is you can be pretty or you can be pretty
No.
and strong.
Well, yeah, but part of that study is that when they did the study, they did it with a bunch of different like preschool girls, and what they found out was the girls who didn't watch Disney movies as much, so like the ones who were dressing up like Mulan and Bella and all that, were watching them like 4 times a day.
Mulan dressed like a man.
Yeah,
Who
She's
wants
the
to shit?
hottest
She's
one.
not technically a princess.
but no, back to my
But
point
Anyway.
was that the girl like those girls were watching like 4 or 5 times a day. But like the ones who were just like, oh, I'm gonna watch something else, but we're still watching like girl-oriented TV shows and stuff like that, didn't play princess.
Yeah,
Like-
because they don't fixate on it as
Yeah.
much. It's kind of like if all you do is watch Power Rangers and
Yeah.
Power Rangers and
Well, like,
Power
yeah.
Rangers.
Well, part of the study they put on it was just like some people are just like some kids or some individuals are naturally just gonna be drawn to it. Not even because of like how they're socialized. It's just how they.
It's just what they dig. It's
Just
fine.
what they dig, and then you have some people who like they'll have to be older to get into it at some point in time. Because like I watch a lot of cartoons now that are when I had my fucking Netflix account, my Hulu account. I watch a lot of cartoons that I didn't watch as a kid. But yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
Hashtag Steven Universe for life.
I
Oh,
like
that sounds
Steven
good.
Universe.
Steven Universe is really good. I like God, what else? Gravity Falls.
Gravity Falls.
We've
I
been
knew-
meaning to watch that one.
So Gravity Falls, Over the Garden Wall, Steven Universe, and there's one more.
Adventure Time.
Adventure Time.
I would love Adventure Time.
Uh,
I love how dark it gets. We have the little Funko figure of the Lich King.
Yeah.
It creeps me out. It's so cool.
Yeah, I strongly recommend watching Over the Garden Wall. I think you guys will dig it.
Is it good?
Yeah, like so, like all their opening and closing scenes are like the old, like 1920s, 1930s, like fog, like little framework on it, and I feel like you guys will appreciate that at least. God, what else?
But no, that sounds like an interesting study.
Yeah, I did a bunch of them, and like the purpose of the paper I was writing was to find a definitive answer based on the research done on whether or not it was good or bad. And the problem with like some of the kids were actually completely able to do it, like with their points, like pray away the gay camps. Like they're like definitively not that
Objectively-
great.
well, they're
Objectively
bad.
not
That's
that
bad.
great. Not good. Doing like gender reassignment, what they came up with because I talked to the kid who did it, is like if that is clearly what you need and that is something you are dedicated to, and that's what you're good. It is good for the person if that is that state. But most hospitals make you go through this trial.
Like evals and stuff like that.
So like that, and it's just like
Because
so like the people
the level of, or the percentage of people who undergo gender reassignment surgery and then like within 2 years regret it, it's, I'm not gonna say like really high, but it's a sizable chunk, and it makes you think like maybe we should be giving people more resources.
That was one of the earlier ones. That's one of the earlier statistics. Nowadays, like because they have all the check stuff, it's a little bit lower. Not much lower, but it's lower.
Yeah. Well, I think as a society,
I'm gonna get reamed out for this too. Like, someone's gonna like be on this and just like, you need to recheck your thing. I'm going off what I know from my class, so like the updated text I have. So I mean, if I'm wrong on this, I'm wrong.
I mean,
I'm not giving this a definitive answer because
they're interesting topics.
Whatever. But yeah, and it's just like, but this one with media, I was just like, it's like any other tool humanity has, where it's just like if you use it responsibly, it's fine. If you use it irresponsibly, you're fucked.
And it's like with violence and stuff like that in kids media as well. A lot of it comes down to the context that it's put in by the adults around them.
I did another paper that was how action movies, video games, and magazines can affect boys' ideas of masculinity.
Yeah.
Boss fight!
That's the flip side of the coin.
Yeah, and I was just like, oddly enough, the ones that had the least amount of effect on them.
Being attacked by a cult.
The deacons of the dude. It's a religious organization. It's too big of a religious organization to consider it a cult.
All religions are cults, but not all cults are religions.
Yes.
But it was God, what was it? Was that the ones that actually had the most effect on them were movies with like over the top violence, like Rambo or something like that, where kids are just like, this is unadvertently
Clearly,
bullshit.
this is out of my realm of reality.
This is out of my capability of being able to do. Like no normal person can do this. Like even Batman stuff like that. I was like,
Still
no,
sunshine that though.
can't do that.
What?
I thought Rambo was one of the Rambo and Predator.
Black Hawk Down.
Well, no, I know Black Hawk Down and Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah, but those are realistic, like those are realistic depictions of what a firefight is like and what a not super realistic, but again,
like action movies. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking like Die Hard.
No, I never really watched Die Hard.
But no,
something like that.
the point of the study was like the stuff that's a little bit more realistic, like pop shows and stuff like that. TV series that had a budget had more of an effect than anything else.
Well, I mean, just look at you. What you want to do in your life. What was your favorite, like primetime TV show when we were growing up? I'll tell you what it was. By your viewership. Well, you had really dug Poirot on the weekends, but like weeknights, if CSI was on, you were glued to the screen. And I'm talking like 8 years old. You were like, CSI is on, Mom.
It was
I gotta
also
watch
because Mom
this.
didn't like us watching it too.
But the thing is, Mom watched it, and so we were like, well, we want to spend time with you.
No, yeah.
Was our way of watching CSI.
No,
So remember when you got the video game for CSI?
I beat the boss.
Yeah, I hated that.
Yay!
I hated that game so much. Cause like I got into it and like I was playing the first game and just like they didn't give you the instructions, the graphics were bad, they didn't use actual voices from the show, and it was just a shit game. And like at the age of 8, I knew that.
The first 5 minutes or so, you had to do an autopsy, and you were like, "This is gross," and I'm sending it back.
Well, so that wasn't the part that bugged me so much. That was the part that bugged Grandma.
Whatever you
like-
say, buddy.
But
It's okay when you're a kid to not like
I
stuff.
like Blurple Jr.'s cape. Makes him look like a watch on the wall.
That's actually why I put it on.
But what
You
was
guys
it?
wouldn't
You know
shut up
nothing.
long enough for me to say it.
Sorry.
But no, I always like I prefer the gentleman detectives. So like
Midsummer Murders.
Yeah, where it's just like I could obviously beat the absolute shit out of you, but I'm going to choose to not do it.
I don't think Poirot could beat anybody up. He was
Captain
a
Hastings
bad
was
Belgian man.
Captain Hastings was a beast thing. Have you ever like noticed that the dude is like super athletic? He's not really dumb. He just gives people the benefit of the doubt. But the dude is super athletic. Like he drives race cars. he competes in a rugby team at the age of like 40 with a friggin' limp from being shot in the leg in the army. Or no, shrapnel. Captain Hastings from Perot.
Oh,
Like
right.
his bumbling sidekick, the guy who's actually not that dumb, is super athletic,
Oh, who look up
is
that
like
then?
competing in a young men's rugby team at the age of 40 with a limp in his leg. So it's just like, yeah, no. Captain Hastings could end some people. I really want to go see Murder on the Orient Express.
I heard it was
Okay.
alright.
Yeah, I didn't expect it to be that great. I just want to see the modern day adaptation of
I've
it.
come to a conclusion about you.
Not-
You just like going to the movies.
I do like going to the movies. How are you just not being
Well, no, because so many times you're like, yeah, I enjoyed that movie, and I'm like, really? And you're like, well, no, but I liked going.
Yeah, well, like, so like I saw Justice League, and Justice League wasn't a great movie. I just like I like the fact that they changed the direction of which they were taking that universe, where everything was gonna be dark and gritty, like post
Well,
Christian
You
Bale.
can
That's
thank
just-
Joss Whedon
yeah, you
for
can-
the reshoots for that.
Yeah. Whereas like
He didn't get enough time to fix that fucking movie.
yeah, like it wasn't a great movie, and people are still saying I'm gonna get lit up for this. Whereas like Wonder Woman was a fantastic movie. It was as good as the worst Marvel movie. So Thor: Dark World.
Well, yeah, because you have to base that. If you compare them
Yeah.
like directly, Wonder Woman's like CG alone
Is
is
worse.
shit.
And then even more so, you can never do another Wonder Woman storyline because all the gods are dead, and that's half of her fucking storylines. You never introduce Chitara, which is like 1/3. So that's or 1/4. So that's 3/4 of all of her storylines are gone. The other like little sliver of that is her beating up the Justice League because they disagree with her on something.
I can get behind that.
Like
though.
Wonder Woman. No, so
Well,
there's
she's-
one is
She's
like,
one of
it's
the best parts in the Justice League movie
Yeah, it's
I've
like-
heard.
well, she was honestly just kind of there. Like Gail Gadot and sadly Gail Gadot and I'm probably not saying her name
I
right.
think it's Gal Gadot.
I don't know.
Whatever.
Upper class, middle class white male. I can say whatever I want.
Yeah, you ain't upper class.
Yeah, I'm not.
You poor.
I'm poor as fuck. But no, fucking what was it? Ben Affleck and her were probably the only saving grace of that movie acting wise, which is kind of sad.
That's a cry for help when Ben
Yeah.
Affleck is one of the pillars of acting. I love Jason Momoa.
Yeah, Jason Momoa was really good, but he didn't have enough screen time. It's like
It's
actual
because they were
serious
like
screen time.
Aquaman. They were like,
Yeah.
no one likes Aquaman, even though
Aquaman is a great
We like
character.
We were
Aquaman when
much-
he's Jason Momoa.
Aquaman is a
Aquaman's
great
gotten
character.
better. He
He's a-
used to be lame.
So there's a early 1990s comic book where like he gets his hand eaten by friggin' piranhas.
Yeah, and he has a trident for a
From the
hand, grows his
Amazon.
hair out, and has
Yeah.
a beard. He's cool then. That's when he
And
starts
then there's
being cool.
another one where he's trapped. Different writer for this one. He's trapped in the desert, and like he's losing because he needs water to breathe eventually. And he's losing all this moisture from him, and he just slaughters the group of people who like kidnapped him and dropped him in the desert, and bathes in a pool of their blood,
Cool.
so he cannot die. The thing is, Aquaman and Wonder Woman are two of the 3 members in the Justice League who are completely okay with killing people. The
I
other
mean,
one
that-
is how is any of the Green Lanterns. But anytime
yeah,
they're in there,
definitely.
except for the 2 new ones, Jessica Cruz and Simon Baz,
I
are
like-
all cool with ganking
I
people.
like how any of them except for these two.
Well, those 2 are like they're so new to it that they're like, oh, we can't kill people. Like Hal Jordan has killed people.
My morals.
Meh, meh, meh. But they're like those 2 are the we're Green Lantern superheroes, whereas Guy Gardner, Hal Jordan, Jon Stewart, and Kyle Rayner are we're Green Lanterns. Interstellar, like the galaxy's police force. We'll kill people when we have to.
You want to talk some more about this next time?
Yes, you mean yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, bitch. Yes.
Yes, queen.
Yes. queen.
Yes.
Okay.
Feed me.
Yes.
All right.
I'm alive.
Wait, I died. I forgot I died. I died right there.
Yeah, you
Like,
did.
comment, subscribe.
If you want me to eat a whole potato.
Raw or cooked. Comment if you can stipulate raw or cooked, and then we'll see who wins.
Cause I'll do it.
He'll do it.
On camera.
I won't do it on camera.
I
You
mean,
lying
maybe.
bitch.
I won't do it on camera. Fuck
If-
you guys.
if
I'm
it'll-
not getting on camera for shit.
Like,
Mm,
comment,
this isn't
subscribe,
happening.
and then go tweet at us if you want us to eat it.
Oh, where can they reach you at?
Oh, I leave all
Socials.
our Twitter. And
Oh.
it's all below.
I
If
don't
you
watch
look
TV.
at our channel, you'd know this.
I'm too busy watching Markiplier and TFS
Markiplier sucks right now.
and listening to.
I'm just kidding.
And listening.
I'm
to,
kidding. I watch this shit every day. Don't judge
And
me.
listening to My Favorite Murder, Last Podcast on the Left, and Guys We Fucked. That's.
I should really check that one out.
Yeah, you should. It's
Okay.
like anti-slut shaming podcast. Plug. Send me your book. I want to read it.
Okay. All right. Well.
I accidentally
sit
killed
there.
2 people. Wait, what?
The
In real life?
road goes on forever and the party never ends, guys. Okay. Bye.
Bye, I guess.
Want a cookie?
Um,
Cut that out.
no,
See if we'll cut
never.
that out.
Hey, I like